Fig cakes are as big a deal as the figs themselves on the Outer Banks, and each island community has its favorite. When it comes to Ocracoke cakes, Trudy Austin has won the festival's blue ribbon more than once. Today we get to visit her kitchen to learn a few of her secrets as she shares an old family recipe. I cannot believe I am in the kitchen of the legendary Trudy Austin, famous Ocracoke fig maker. Are you really going to show me how to make one of these?
Yes, I am.
I am so excited. So
Good.
While we're cooking, I have 1,000 questions, but let's get started. First of all, I noticed that you have everything organized. That's because you make how many of these in a year?
Probably in a year I make about 300.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
so you have to be organized. Okay, I'm gonna start pouring, so tell me what I have here.
That is 2 cups of all-purpose flour.
Okay.
We're doing
All
our
right.
dry mix first.
Okay. And
Okay.
then what am I putting
We
in
do
here?
a teaspoon of nutmeg.
Ooh, that's a lot of nutmeg. That's gonna be good.
Yep, and that's a teaspoon of allspice.
Okay.
Teaspoon of cinnamon.
All right.
Teaspoon of baking soda.
All right.
And a teaspoon of salt.
All right. Now, I just whisk these together?
Yes,
Okay.
whisk those
All right.
together.
I love that this cake does not need a mixer because people have been making these here since way before mixers came along,
and
right?
no one uses a mixer, so we set that aside.
Okay.
We move on to our wet ingredients.
Okay.
We have 3 eggs.
Just 3 good
Yep.
old whole large
Yep.
eggs.
Beat those. We whisk them first.
Whisk the heck out of them?
Yes, we do.
That's a technical term.
That's
Whisk
the heck out
out of them.
Now, I use 1.5 cups of sugar.
All right. Ooh, that's nice and thick.
Next,
Okay.
we have a cup of oil.
I
goes in
love
there.
a good old oil cake for the
Yes.
moisture and
And
stuff.
it's a vegetable oil.
I want
So
you
we
to
mix-
lay hands on it because I have a feeling that you're just touching it is the magic touch, and we don't
Well,
skip out on that.
So next, we have a 1/2 cup of buttermilk.
Oh, good old buttermilk.
Yes.
Love that. What that's
So
going to do
we
for the crumb.
pour the dry ingredients.
Okay. Into here.
Yes, in
All right.
here first.
And just all at once?
All at once,
That's
yes.
interesting that it
I
doesn't
used to
alternate.
alternate a little at a time, back and forth the buttermilk and that, and I found over the years it made no difference, at all. Then we have the 1/2 cup of
So
buttermilk.
you go ahead
we
and
put in.
You put that in before all the dry is
Yep.
incorporated.
Yes.
Who in the world? I would have never. If I had read this, I wouldn't have believed it. That's why showing me is so much better than
Yes.
reading about it.
No mixer. It takes sometimes it takes a little longer. So next is a cup of chopped pecans.
Okay.
And we just mix that up.
And are there some people that don't put nuts or put different ones? Is
If-
this another one of your personal touches?
This is I like pecans. A lot of the women around here will use walnuts.
Yes. Now, we're going to use fig jam in this eventually.
Yes.
It's not the fresh figs.
I cook the jam for 2 days. And so the sugar, it makes it real sweet and everything. And I do it in smaller pieces, but when I'm getting ready to put it in my cake, I may touch it a little bit with a chopper, my grandmother's chopper.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
so I just poured this in.
Uh-huh. Do I need to scrape for you?
Yep.
All right.
Scrape for me there.
Scrape around here
And
every
then
last
we'll-
little bit.
And the last ingredient is, they call for like a 1/2 teaspoon or a teaspoon. I just bite
I
it.
like a good glug.
I
Don't
do
you like a
too.
good glug?
We save some of the juice from the preserve. It may
Okay.
only be a 1/2 pint, sometimes it can be a pint. As you can see, it does not
look
have
at
the
that.
pieces.
So it's just literally the sugar syrup.
syrup. And
from
you
the
know, I
jam.
will just do a splash in each cake
Now-
so they're moist. And this is all, all mixed together.
Now, do you do yours? What kind of pan are we going to use?
We are going to use a bundt pan.
A bundt pan. I bet you either have to grease and flour
Yes.
or spray the heck out of this so it gets in every little nook and cranny, right?
Exactly. You
Okay.
have to with the bundt pan like that.
Uh-huh.
And I just take and pour it around.
So it's a thin batter,
yes.
but
and
but it's thick enough to suspend
yes.
all those pieces of those nuts and that little bit of fig from the jam and so forth. And I bet it makes it moist and sweet because that jam, you're getting your fruit, you're getting your sweet, you're getting your moisture.
Exactly.
You're getting your Ocracoke magic. So since this is thin batter, I bet this cooks a pretty good while, right?
It cooks 50 minutes
Okay.
at 350.
So look at this. So tell me how we got here. Obviously, we got out of the oven. Now, you've got a secret to how long this cools, right?
Yes, I have tried 30 minutes or an hour, and sometimes you know how tricky a butt pan can be, and the pieces will come off. I like right at 45 minutes.
So do you trust me to cut this
Yes,
thing of
ma'am.
beauty? Oh, it just glides through like a dream. You can tell this is gonna have great texture. All right, so let's do our big reveal. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is amazing. May I give you some? Serrated knife's perfect for this, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. All right. Oh, that is so beautiful. Gotta have a bite. Gotta have a bite here. Do you eat some every time you make one?
I do. I always have a fig cake, yes.
Oh, yeah. At its essence, it's a spice cake.
It is.
That tradition. But it's moist, it's tender. This is delicious. I can't believe. I can see why this is a tradition.
Very basic, very simple, but
So
the
good.
figs really bring it out.